Good evening, everyone. Today is Monday, February 23rd, 2026. The time now is 6 p.m., and I will call to order this regular meeting of the Town of Mead Board of Trustees. In accordance with the town's remote participation and remote meeting policy adopted by the Board of Trustees on March 13th, 2023, by Resolution Number 21-R-2023, remote participation will be allowed. The meeting link has been provided on the town's website and designated posting place 24 hours prior to this meeting. I'd like to remind everyone present, both in person and virtually, of the town's general guidelines for public comment at open meetings and public hearings. The guidelines are available online and on the entry table. There are 2 public comment opportunities on the agenda for persons in attendance at Town Hall to address the board. The first is limited to items on the agenda, and the second public comment opportunity allows any subject, whether it is on the agenda or not, to be addressed. If you have comments regarding the public hearing, comments will be taken during that item, if we have one. Mary, roll call, please.
Mayor Whitlow.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris.
Here.
Trustee Adams.
Here.
Trustee Cartwright.
Here.
Trustee Crane.
Here.
Trustee Hagan.
Here.
Trustee Schranz.
Here.
Mayor Whitlow, today is Monday, February 23rd, 2026, and you do have a quorum.
Thank you, Mary. Last week, there was a terrible accident on I-25 near Pueblo, and due to the high winds and brownout conditions, 5 people have perished. Please, let's take a moment of silence to honor those who have died and to remember to be safe on these roads that we have. Thank you very much for your time. And please stand and join me at the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll move on to review and approve agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda this evening? May I have a motion to approve the agenda as is?
Yes, there's changes.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I'd like to remove resolutions number 15 through 17 into general discussion.
15, 16, and 17?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
I apologize.
All right. May I have a motion to approve the agenda minus resolutions number 14, 15, and 16?
I make a motion to approve the agenda with resolutions numbers 15, 16, and 17 moved to general discussion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Roll call, please. Mary?
Trustee Schranz.
Yes.
Trustee Adams.
Yes.
Trustee Hagan.
Yes.
Trustee Cartwright.
Yes.
Trustee Crane.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Motion carries. We have an agenda for this evening. Next, we'll move on to our staff report by our town manager. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. Trustees, you have my report. I have a couple of other items that I just wanted to add. You may have seen on Facebook today that CDOT is going to go live on March 1st with the work zone on I-25, the Mead section, with giving camera tickets in the work zone. So I noticed, I just kind of glanced through some of the comments, and some people were saying nobody could speed there because you can only go 20 because it's bumper to bumper. But there were people disparaging it, and I think you just kind of have to kind of look back, like what Mayor said about the accident that we had on I-25 in Pueblo due to that incredible dust storm. The work zone safety is really important, and they aren't doing this as a money grab. This is really to slow people down, especially now that they've straightened that road out. I drive it every day, and it's really easy to go 80. So my recommendation is to stay 70 or below. I think that's safe. You know, that's what Chief usually tells me. But anyways, that's hopefully safe for the people. Anyways, just be aware of that. And supposedly in March, we heard at our last I-25 meeting, they're going to start tolling too. So if you're not paying for a speeding ticket, you're going to be paying for tolling. So just watch out because pretty soon that sign that says tolls waived is going away. So, but we haven't heard that yet. They keep telling us any month that's going to happen, but just to be aware, I hope all of you are enjoying the every day better and better what's happening on the intersection. I spend better part of my day down there just watching it because it's so exciting to see what's happening. Most of the concrete's in. Um, we were hoping that we could get that. We were actually thinking we could do that second lift this week because it's going to be in the 60s. It's the perfect time for asphalt, but we still have to get our contract together on that. So that's coming along. And then I just wanted to mention two things. One, Trustee Cartwright asked about the transportation plan at the new school. It just so happens that we just got emailed an exhibit from the school, so I'm going to actually have them pull that up in a minute. But before that, I do want to introduce two new employees. And it's interesting listening to Lori Graves because it took me down memory lane of really why we started those salary studies was because we could not attract and retain people, particularly maintenance worker 123 and police. So that really is what drove the train, is that we were really getting in a crunch. We were losing employees and we weren't able to attract new ones. Which brings me to the two employees that we just hired. I want to introduce Jared Putnam to you, and he comes to us from Brighton. He's our new communications manager. And then we have Melissa Peters Garcia, who comes to us from Timnath. So I think we're really fortunate to have these employees, and luckily we're able to compete and draw from these communities as they have drawn from us. Not that we're seeking retribution, but it's really nice that we're able to attract these great employees. Do you guys want to come up and say hey, or?
I actually don't want to. I tried to talk her into doing both of our introductions, but she had the same idea. But good evening, Mayor and trustees. Very happy to be here. Again, my name is Jared Putnam. I'm in the start of my third week as communications manager here. A little bit about my career. I spent 3 years as a senior communications specialist for the city of Brighton, doing a lot of the same things I'll be doing here. And then prior to that, most of my career has been in the newspaper world. Part of what really excited me about Mead, I think, is just the point it's at in its growth. I think there's a lot of opportunity, to help shape the direction of communications in the town in a positive way. And Lorelai's done, an amazing job juggling two roles for communications and parks and recreation. And, hopefully this position is, going to take a burden off of her and, just allow, a lot more to be done too with it being a new position. That's where I'm going to stop, but I'm happy to take any questions that you have. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thanks.
You should have been selected to come up and talk to the communication.
I know it's, but it's one of those things like, when I can talk about everything, but like talking about myself is probably my least favorite thing. So
Probably better than what she's done.
could be. Thanks so much.
Good evening. This is my day one. So I don't have too much. I have survived it, and I think I'm coming back tomorrow. But again, I'm Melissa Peters Garcia. I have over 17 years experience as a town clerk. I was with Timnath for 17 years, and I'm excited to be here and to be a part of this team and see how the growth takes us. Thank you.
And so then just finally, if I could indulge our friends over on the other side of the room, if you could draw that up. I just thought you had asked about that transportation plan and we have this, so I don't know how well we can see it. Todd, can you talk us through it at all? I don't like putting people on the spot, but might as well.
So the first page of the PDF is kind of zooming into the PK8 school itself to show what the on-site what the circulation will be. So on the north and the east is primarily the routes for the buses to enter and exit the site as well as to loop around. And then on the southern side of the site, which is Mead High School Street Avenue, is where the PK8 and the 1st through 8th grade will access the site. That little smaller parking lot on the left, which I think that's a blue dash line, that's the PK, or that's the preschool and kindergarten drop off. And then the larger, which I'm very impressed how long the loop that is. The larger one is the one for 1st through 8th grade. And so that's where they'll be queuing up. And then if you go to the next, you have to see them on there, 2 different sites. That's just showing the entire campus. And so you can see where on the north side of the campus, the buses are accessing the site, and then the southern side of the campus is where all the parents are accessing it, which is similar to the high school.
Yeah.
Haven't answered any questions that
You probably don't know this, but the start times, do we know the start times for the schools? Okay.
you know the name?
Because I'm wondering if you guys got this because I've been sending emails to the school board.
Actually, we have been dealing with their planning staff. Todd's been working with them because we're working on the IGA, but he asked them for this. So I'm sure it's been a combination of pressure from
Pestering
him.
them until they gave
Yeah,
us something.
It was a classic
Perfect.
hostage situation.
Okay.
No, they offered that up, but we will find the start times. I have to assume there's some staggering between the high school, but I don't know for sure. If
Thanks,
you
Todd.
could ask them, Trustee Harris, then we could share it with everyone. Okay. And that's all I have. If you have questions.
Okay, questions or concerns for Helen tonight?
Just,
Trustee Hagan?
when is the camera stuff supposed to go on I-25?
March 1st.
March?
They're all in there right now.
Big live.
And your first ticket will be just a courtesy, slow down. The second one
So
comes
go
with
fast
real
for the
cash.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're going to get, you might as well.
Well, because I mean, it's double fines, right? In a work zone, so you're gonna get hit with a big old ticket if you.
And the County Road 34 underpass again, you told us this in your write-up, I think, or was it last meeting?
32.
32, you mean?
Or 32, yeah.
Yeah, 32. Yes. It's open now for a couple more days. No, it's closed again. It's basically
You
closed.
can't ever tell when it's going to be open. right?
Well, it was
Can.
Yeah, we're there all the time. So they supposedly it says it's closed from 7 a.m. to 5 a.m. every day, but then they're opening it at night.
Mhm.
And it was open all weekend. And then they closed it this morning, but then coming here, it was still closed, but there were still workers there. So that might have been why. But that's my understanding of it. But
soon it'll be more than just day and night. It'll be permanently closed for a couple months when they start building the roundabout at 9.5.
But is that going to close the underpass or can we get to the east frontage?
You should be able to get to the frontage roads because they're basically just going to close it close to where they're building the roundabout. But unfortunately, you've got two main projects going on there. Up ahead, the CDOT's working on the bridge, and then down below the earth, they're working on the water line. So sorry, we're doing our best.
And the southbound, northbound on Frontage Road is closed. So you'll only be able
Yeah.
to go to the right at all. It's done.
That's closed for forever?
Probably.
Yes, forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know
For
that.
And they've already,
Yep. It's been on the books for 10 years.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was just north of 34 that the frontage road was going away. I didn't know it was south of 34.
It is. It'll all go
Also
down.
south.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Trustee Adams.
So this may be a question for the chief, but on the section, obviously for what's going on with these cameras, it is just fines only, correct? There is no points assessed? Okay, just wanted to make sure, because I'm sure we're going to be asked.
Don't go fast. Don't go fast. Any other questions or comments for Helen? All right, thank you for your time. We'll move on to our proclamation in National Engineering Week, February 22nd to the 28th. I've asked Trustee Adams to read the proclamation tonight.
Proclamation, National Engineers Week, February 22nd through the 28th of 2026. Whereas engineers use the scientific and technical skills in their creative and revolutionary ways to fulfill society's needs. And whereas engineers work on many major technological challenges of our time, such as rebuilding towns devastated by natural disasters, cleaning up the environment, assuring safe and clean and efficient sources of energy, and designing information systems that will propel our state and country into the future. Whereas engineers have been called the invisible or stealth profession because everything around us and the things we use every day have been engineered in some way. Yet we may not see the engineers behind the scenes or know much about the engineering. And whereas founded in 1951, National Engineers Week dedicated to ensuring a diverse and well-educated future engineering workforce by increasing the understanding of the interest in engineering and technical careers. And whereas Engineers Week promotes recognition among parents, teachers, and students and the importance of technical education in the higher level of math, science, technological literacy, and motivates youth to pursue engineering careers in order to provide a diverse and vigorous engineering workforce. And where now therefore Colleen Whitlow, Mayor, do hereby designate the week of February 22nd through the 28th, 2026 as National Engineers Week.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the signing of this proclamation?
I move to sign that proclamation.
Second?
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Hagan,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
trustee Schranz.
Yes.
Trustee Adams,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes.
you.
Thank you very much. Move on to our first public comment of the evening. The board welcomes public comment at this time for any item on the agenda. We will also take comments on items not on the agenda during second public comment number 9. Please remember that public comment is not intended to be a question and answer session. The board will listen to your comments and take them into consideration. All comments should be directed to the Board of Trustees and not to specific individuals. If you wish to speak during this first public comment period, please adhere to the town's general guidelines. Please start by stating your full name and address for the record. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the Board of Trustees. If you are representing a group, you will have 5 minutes. We ask that all speakers and audience members treat one another with respect and dignity, and let's ensure we maintain a welcoming environment and avoid any actions that could be distracting. Ms. Strutt, do we have anyone signed in for this public comment?
No, Mayor.
Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to speak to the Board of Trustees on an agenda item? All right, we'll move on to our consent agenda. The consent agenda contains items which are considered routine and are approved with one motion and vote. I want to recognize staff for putting together these items for us tonight and the board for reviewing them ahead of tonight's meeting. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda minus 14, 15, and 16?
15, 16, 17.
Excuse me. I'm going to do this right. 8F, 8G, and 8H. Did I do that right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Thank you.
Second?
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Schranz.
Yes.
Trustee Hagan,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes.
you.
Thank you very much. Motion carries for the consent agenda. We will move on to resolution number 15-R-2026. And this is a resolution for the town of Mead, Colorado, approving a contract extension agreement between the town and Martin Marietta Materials Incorporated for the calendar year of 2026. Since trustee Hagan pulled this from the consent agenda, I will turn the podium over here to him for questions.
This isn't a question. It's a observation that construction prices are way down, especially this year in the last year. And I brought it up last week or last meeting when it was presented by the pavement manager, that the opportunity to rebid this could save the town a lot of money. Because construction prices are way down. And this was a renegotiated and extended contract from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when prices are really high. And it just keeps getting incrementally increased per agreement instead of rebidding it and actually getting the benefit of the low construction pricing right now. So, and that's the same with G, the 16R 2026. That's the reason I pulled both those off. And that's a statement on both of those items.
Trustee Hagan, do you have any questions about this resolution number 15? Just to make the comment.
No,
Correct?
I'm making the comment, and I guess I don't have any questions, but I would suggest that we direct staff to bid these items.
All right. Is there a motion to approve resolution number 15-R-2026?
This is,
I would,
Or are we talking for the rebid?
I'm,
there's no motion. I'm just asking for a motion for resolution.
okay, I'd like to ask a question.
Sure.
Trustee Hagan. I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to figure out what do you think the next step should be? Should you file a motion to have staff revisit the contract? Or are you
To
okay with?
reopen the bidding.
Well,
to-
I think that needs to come as a separate motion. Because if I
Okay.
put a motion in to accept 15, it's going to go the way it is.
So yes, I would make a motion to direct staff to open the bidding to the public for the scope of work for the 2026 paving and the 2026 chip sealing contracts. I guess that's it.
Okay. Let me ask a staff a question. Since that is a concern, what is the timeline if we go out to bid, and what does that set back in our projects that are due at the
All this work's gonna start, what, in 2 months?
right? And so I'm asking, I mean, there is a concern about stopping a project for a concern for extensions just for these three resolutions that are within the consent agenda. I do understand that there is difference of materials and, whatever that means.
Material
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah, costs. And we could look at this
And labor.
for next year, but I don't want to put our projects on hold for a lengthy amount of time to save a couple $1,000s or whatever. it is.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there?
Well, I'm just asking for clarification from the staff.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Yeah.
All right.
It can be rebid. There's no doubt it can be rebid.
No,
I understand that.
We're not saying.
But I want to know how long that would take. We're talking about a 1.44% increase.
Instead of a 20% decrease.
Mm.
That's the scale of it.
I think we need to hear from staff.
yeah, I do.
Could we ask Erica to
Yes.
address this? And the immediacy of the,
This is more construction
Need.
pricing.
Good
Amber,
evening.
No.
yes.
So relative to the Martin Marietta contract, we have included paving of the Third and Walker project in that contract. They're planning to do that at spring break, and then they are moving to other projects for the rest of the season. So that will not get done at spring break. If we have to prepare a bid package, put it out, and award a contract later, that'll take a couple of months. The A1 chip seal project, they are requesting a 0% increase. So again, we could rebid that. That typically happens in the summer when school's out, but we'd have to prepare a bid package, which we have not done. We're just working on a renewal right now.
In your experience, what are construction prices in streets.
I have never seen a 20% reduction. It is increased always, every year.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank you very much for your time. All right. Now there's a motion and do we have a second to go out to bid for at least resolution number 15? If there's a second, please say so.
I second.
All right. Mary, roll call, please.
Okay, so the motion I had was to open the bid for scope of work for both the paving and the chip seal contract.
Well, I'm just doing one at a time tonight. I'm doing resolution number 15 and then we'll move on to the next one.
So I believe trustee Hagan would need to amend his motion.
Okay, please amend your motion, sir.
I'm going to maintain the motion.
Your motion covers two resolutions. It can only cover one at a time.
Yes, so please make sure that it's just one agenda item that you're moving on. So it would make sense to amend this motion to just vote on Martin Marietta materials first, and then we can move on to A1 chip seal.
So amended just for resolution number 15R 2026.
Okay, thank you. Same second. Trustee Crane?
Yes.
All right, Mary, roll call, please.
Trustee Adams,
No.
trustee Shranz,
No.
trustee Hagan,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
No,
Mayor Whitlow.
No. All right, may I have a motion to approve resolution number 15-R-2026?
I will move to approve resolution number 15-R-2026, a resolution of the town of Mead, Colorado, approving a contract extension agreement between the town and Martin Marietta Materials, Inc. for calendar year 2026.
Second.
Thank you very much. I'll open it up for any
Ms. Gray.
discussion. I just do believe that we are on the cusp of getting this intersection finished. It has been a long time since we've done this project, and I want to get it done for our community. I think it's pertinent that we get this done, and I'm going to ask for a roll call vote on, oh, I already did this, sorry. Resolution number 15-R-2026. Roll call, please, Mary.
Yes.
Yes.
Trustee Shranz,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
No.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Hagan,
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes,
trustee Adams,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Thank you very much. Resolution number 15-R-2026 passes. Move on to resolution number 16-R-2026. I will ask for a resolution to approve.
I move to approve resolution number 16-R-2026 as is.
Do I have a second?
second.
Any other discussion? Trustee Hagan, do you have anything? You have a light on? Trustee Shranz, do you have your
Oh, I'm-
light on?
I'm ready to vote on it.
Okay. All right. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Shranz,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes,
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
No.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Hagan,
No.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Resolution number 16-R-2026 is approved. Move on to resolution number 17-R-2026. I will turn the microphone over to trustee Hagan since he pulled this from the consent agenda, sir.
This is the same presentation as we discussed last meeting, I guess, about the intersection with Dewberry's fees, ridiculously high fees for construction observation. We were encouraged to approve it last week because we need to get the intersection done, and we're not going to drop them now, is what I heard. This is a new project. This is a very high fee. So this seems like we go through this whenever these types of projects come up. And I think I asked that we bid engineering services over a year ago when we started when I got on the board, and it still hasn't happened. And these prices are still ridiculously high. So I make a motion that we do not approve resolution number 17R 2026.
Is there just
Second.
Thank you. And I'm going to open it up for discussion. So the financial consideration for this is $35,000. It's a license agreement pursuant to the subsection 5.2 license agreement, which the MID is responsible for reimbursing the ditch company for the administrative and engineering, legal, and other fees cost by the ditch company in connection with the modification and relocation of the piping of the ditch and carrying out the license agreement. Am I making any other assumptions, staff, on any more than $35,000? And how much would it cost to go out to rebid?
You're on the wrong one.
You on the,
17.
you on the chip seal?
I'm on those.
17 is Chipson.
17.
17 is the construction oversight.
Ooh, I was going to 18. So everybody knows about 18 now, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I apologize. It's hard sometimes to get through some of this. Great, thank you.
We already approved that.
Okay, so the financial considerations for those who are listening online is the tax order for $320,000, $690. The funds for the services are available, approved already in the 2026 budget. Our transportation fund capital outlay for this County Road 34 bridge replacement is $1.932 million. We did get a grant, I'm not sure what it is, about $1.3 or $1.4 million to move ahead with this project. It is the oldest bridge in this town, and we've got to get it fixed before it is utter failure. So I want to hear from staff, what is the consequences if we move and rebid this whole thing once again? Sorry, Erica, put you on the spot.
Right, all right. So a couple things. This particular contract with Dewberry, when we procured them, we released an RFP in, I think it was, sorry, give me a second. It was in 2023, and we specifically identified 3 projects that were possible under this contract that were federal aid. Safe Routes to School, the 3rd and Welker intersection project, and this bridge. And the reason we do that, for a couple of reasons why we utilize on-call contracts, is when we tell people they have 3 potential projects, right, it's more attractive to a vendor. We save time on procurements relative to that, if I had to procure all of those. By the way, I have 15 procurements on my work plan for this year. All of those take 2 to 3 months from start to finish, right? We have to write the RFP, we have to put it out for several weeks, we have to review proposals, interview consultants, select the firm, get them under contract, right? So it's a lengthy process. It's not 3 solid months, but that's just start to finish how long it takes. So we have 8 of those are construction projects, 7 of those are professional services that we've talked about, right? On-call engineering, the County Road 5 bridge design. We have construction management for the underpass at 66 and Road 7, bridge inspection, and so on, right? So certainly my intent is not to minimize procurements, but when you add those all up, right, it's a significant amount of time. So our intent with Dewberry was to hire them for 3 projects, and that's what's before you tonight. That project, the bridge, is ready to go to add right now. This company would manage that bid process for us. CDOT has suggested to us that in addition to your construction management staff, you need 1 full-time whole person just for federal requirements. So at a minimum, that's 2 full-time people that I do not have in-house. I have to use a consultant. So yes, I could procure that right now. It would delay the advertisement of this project at least 3 months. Construction would probably not be until winter time because the ditch water is obviously coming on soon. So we would have to, we couldn't do construction until the end of the season. I think the drawback to that is we're bidding construction in the middle of the summer instead of right now. And we don't We have the risk that we don't get the best price if we're advertising in the middle of summer when contractors are busy. And we don't secure a spot in their schedule if they're not under contract till July or August. That doesn't give us any time to have a precast box made with several months lead time on a precast box. So it would delay the project, till probably early next year.
Thank you very much for your time. Any questions?
So when we sent, it's been 2.5 years now, so I don't remember this exact thing when it came before us. But when we sent this out for the original request RFP, I would imagine we received multiple bids for this project. 6 proposals were received from qualified firms, and we selected Dewberry Engineers. I would imagine that's based on cost, what they bid the price to be, their past work and references, along with our experiences with them and everything else.
Cost wasn't included.
What do you mean cost wasn't included?
It's not in the RFP.
The original RFP had no cost to it. It was just to,
Their response is what all it costs.
RFQs don't have costs.
Trustee Harris, continue. Ask your question.
okay, yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what he's saying. So we just selected them based on their qualifications then? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
They're-
And federal procurement doesn't allow you to select the consultant based on cost. So that's a separate submittal from them. You select them on qualifications, and then we open the cost later.
If I
So even
could,
if we sent this back out to bid, we'd be in the exact same position of not knowing the cost because we have to bid it that way, because we have to get the RFPs that way.
you cannot use cost in federal projects. It's called the Brooks Act. Believe me, I had it happen to me at the city of Fort Collins. We erroneously put cost into the RFQ and it cost us over $1 million. So it is a federal law. You can only do it based on qualifications. Then you can look at the cost, but you cannot pick a consultant. You have to base it on their qualifications.
Take the lowest price as the final determiner. Requalified engineering companies that have this type of price that then you open and decide. That's how that's done.
As I said, that, it's been my experience that you cannot use price. It's in procuring professional services on federal projects.
I mean, I kind of do this stuff, so.
Well, so does Erica.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't bid projects. She doesn't submit qualifications.
Right.
Thank
Thank you. Is there any other questions for Erica tonight? All right. Thank you, ma'am, very much for your time in all 3. Now, there's a motion and a second. I will ask for roll call.
Can we refresh what the motion is right now?
I made a motion not to approve resolution number 17R 2026.
And you had the second. Do you still do the second?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll call, please, Mary.
Not
That's correct.
Yes.
trustee Adams,
No.
trustee Cartwright,
No.
trustee Shrems,
No,
trustee
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris.
No.
Mayor Whitlow.
No. All right, that motion does not pass. I will ask for a motion to approve resolution number 17-R 2026.
I will move to approve resolution number 17-R 2026, a resolution of the town of Mead, Colorado, approving a task order for Dewberry Engineers, Inc. to provide project and construction management services for the County Road 34 Bridge Replacement Project.
second.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
trustee Hagan,
No.
trustee Shrems,
Yes,
trustee Crane,
No.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Resolution number 17-R 2026 is approved. So we have no further general business tonight. So this brings us to our second regular public comment period, which would be for any item, whether it is on the agenda or not. We'll follow the same guidelines previously stated. I will call on individuals in the order of which they have signed in. Again, I ask all speakers and audience members to treat one another with respect and dignity. Mary, is there anyone signed in for this public comment period?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to speak to the Board of Trustees on anything? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to our legislative update by our Deputy Attorney. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Christy Fitch with Michelle Guckenberger McCaskin. A few things to update you all on. So first is House Bill 26-1253, which is the disconnection from statutory municipality. This is the town initiated bill. It was introduced on February 18th and assigned to Agricultural, Water, and Natural Resources. So it is making its way through committee. Another one that you all should be aware of is House Bill 26-1114, which is the allowed minimum lot size bill. On or after October 1st, 2031, any subject jurisdiction shall not require a parcel to have an area larger than 2,000 square feet. So it's a very small piece of property. Mead is a subject jurisdiction. All jurisdictions that are subject to the ADU law that was passed in 2024 are subject jurisdictions. So Mead is one of those. In good news, Senate Bill 26-107, the Modify the Colorado Open Records Act. This would change the time to respond to requests from 3 to 5 working days, would change the extenuating circumstances from 7 to 10 days to respond. And then it's planning on codifying what is generally a standard practice in municipalities, which is combining requests that you receive from the same person for substantially the same material within a certain close period of time, in this case 14 days, into one request for purposes of fees. So that's a pretty good change for municipalities. I know town clerks and staff really enjoy more time. Interesting one that was just introduced last week, Senate Bill 26-119, which is authorizing local electronic ballot returns for any local jurisdiction that does elections under the Colorado Local Government Election Code or the Municipal Election Code, which would allow municipalities to use electronic ballot returns. Like I said, just introduced House Bill 26-1001, which is, I think you guys have heard a lot about this. This is the Home Act, the one that would allow residential housing on a lot of nonprofit properties and schools. That passed the House, so it is heading to the Senate. And then that's all I got for you that relates to the town. So if you guys have any questions on anything, let me know.
Thank you. We are on day 41 and it is concluded for the day. So thank you very much. We have just a couple more weeks of this bad movie coming our way. Questions or comments for our deputy town attorney? All right. Thank you, ma'am, for being here tonight. We appreciate it. All right. Moving on to elected official reports. Town trustees, do we have anything to report tonight? Trustee Schratz.
I just want to say I'm a little disappointed that we couldn't get the group together on the 21st to discuss our strategic plan. However, I'm not giving up on that. I strongly feel that we still need to do that. We need to identify some time. I can propose things like maybe we dedicate, since all of us always seem to be able to get to the board meetings, dedicate some time after each board meeting to go through that process. I think I've mentioned before, it's not something we're going to get done in just a meeting or two. It's a long-term kind of commitment to come up with a good strategic plan for the town. I feel strongly that the town needs some new direction with everything that's going on in everywhere we look. So I'm still pushing to get this strategic planning session in place. I know staff has tried numerous times to pull it together, not with much success. So if we can't find a day, a Saturday or something that we can dedicate 4, 5, 6 hours to it, then I'm going to propose that we do a couple hours after each board meeting until we get the plan put together.
Thank you. I will talk to staff and figure out a way to accommodate some of that.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? All right. I just had a few things that Trustee Adams and I attended the CML legislation workshop down in Denver last week and was very informative. It was a really good day to network and figure out what's, again, going down at the Capitol. CML had a public, we had our public policy committee on Friday. We went through 30 bills, and it was a 4-hour long meeting. So I just want to let you know that Mead is at the table, you know, going through each one of these bills that are going through the legislation down there, and have made the actual effort to keep track of what's going on, and have sent our town manager the results of that meeting. And after the public policy committee gets through these bills, it's actually gone to the CML executive committee, and they make the final vote of whether to approve or support or oppose or monitor or be neutral. So I just want to let you know with that. And then one last thing, last Wednesday, I was elected or nominated to be the chair for Dr. Cog for this next coming year, and will be the only Weld County elected official to ever do that in the 60 plus years that it's been there. So I just want to let you know, yes, I did accept. Thank you very much. So anyway, and copy with the mayor was Saturday, of course, is coming up. And let's see what else is happening. I just want to say thank you to staff for putting everything together for us tonight. The board of directors, board of trustees, thank you for your time. And do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mary.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
Trustee Hagan,
Yes.
Trustee Schranz.
Yes.
Trustee Adams,
Yes.
Trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Trustee Crane,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes, the February 23rd, 2026 regular meeting of the Board of Trustees is now adjourned at 6:47. Thank you very much for attending, both virtually and in person. I thank you. Please drive home safely.